only starter in question would be Kenny Heights at one of the forwards, since he could give way to Jim Nielsen, who played a great deal more in that spot last night. Here's Lynn Shackelford. There is Kenny Heights, the other forward, so there's no change in the starting lineup. Lou Alcindor, Mike Warren, little playmaker, very quick, and Lucius Allen, who was a high school All-American from Kansas City, Kansas. The Flyers of Dayton about to be introduced. Don May, the All-American who had the greatest game of his career. That was his opinion and his coach's opinion after last night's game against North Carolina. Sadlier is out. Dan Obrovic starting at that center spot. Here is Gene Kloss, and it definitely will be Bob Hooper, who's the playmaker for these Flyers, coming out. So with the introductions over now, we are about set to get this game underway. The two teams gathered around the benches. Dan Obrovic, 6'10" for Dayton. Lou Alcindor, 7'1" plus for UCLA. And here comes the toss. And Obrovic gets the opening tip for Dayton. Sadlier's got it in offensive court. Gives to Hooper. UCLA's in a man-to-man defense. They're not in their zone. Hooper has already dribbled into Obrovic. Obrovic turns with a 15-footer. No good. And Mike Warren, the 5'10" guard for UCLA, pulls it down. Brings it over the timeline. Dayton's in a man-to-man. We thought they might open in a zone. Off on the right side to Shackelford. Shackelford looking for Alcindor. Gets it to the big boy who turns, flips it up. No good. Batted around in there, but Allen gets it. Turnaround jumper. Good. Lucius Allen gives UCLA the lead, 2-0. The press is on. It comes into Hooper. Gives right back to Kloss. Right back to Hooper. Hooper's on the dribble. Gets it to Don May, who dribbles it off his foot out of bounds. And Dayton commits an error. UCLA, and of course they must have great confidence and great boys after the great year they've had. Here is Allen with it on the left side. Allen fakes, puts up a 22-footer, no good. Rebounded by Dayton, as coming down with the ball is Obrovic, gets it off to Hooper. Hooper on the dribble, just has Mike Warren to worry about, and he comes over the line. Warren still after him. He gets the step on Warren, holds up, gives to Klaus. They're playing May man-to-man, a pass to May underneath. He missed the shot. May tried a reverse shot. I think he was maybe looking for Alcindor over his shoulder, but he blew an easy one. And UCLA's got it. Here's Shackelford into Alcindor. Alcindor getting double-teamed and drawing a foul from Gene Kloss, one of the guards that went in to try to help out Dan Obrovic. Alcindor on the line. Puts up his free throw. No good. Rebounded by Sadlier for Dayton. Sadlier turns, starts out with it himself. Gets it off to Hooper now. Hooper crosses the line. Mike Warren with him. Here's May being guarded by Heights. Out top of the circle to Sadlier. Off on the left side to Hooper. Bounces into May. May's jump shot on a turnaround. No good. Alcindor cleans the boards for UCLA. Clears it out to Warren. Warren, they're not fast breaking. Setting it up now. An offensive court for the Bruins. Off on the right side to Shackelford. They're playing him, to Heights. Over to Alcindor, who's in close. Tries to put it up, and he draws a foul from Obrovic. That's the first one on Obrovic. Number 2 against the Dayton Flyers, and Alcindor goes to the line for 2. Alcindor's free throw. Got it. Has another one coming. 3-0 UCLA. The shot. This one's no good. Rebounded by Obrovic. He drops the ball, reaches down, snatches it up, and gets it out to Klaus. Gene Klaus comes over the line for Dayton. Lucius Allen after him. They switch. Off on the right side. In the pivot, it goes to Obrovic. Obrovic weaves the ball around, gives out to Sadlier. Sadlier looks. Gives off to Hooper at long range on the right side. Holds up a clenched fist. Gives it to Obrovic, who's come outside. Alcindor's not coming out with him. Here, driving toward the corner. Into Obrovic, puts it up, and Alcindor blocks it. And then Obrovic makes a save. If he'd let it go, it would have been Dayton's ball. It is anyway, because it was deflected on the way in. Here's Klaus on the right side in offensive court. He gives in the corner to Hooper, to Sadlier, out the top of the circle to Klaus. Guarded closely by Warren. Breaks in there. Bounces off to Obrovic. He puts it up over Alcindor, but it's no good. He had to put a little too much arch on it. UCLA's got it and on the move. I don't believe he can ever beat UCLA inside, because this boy's defensive ability with that size is where he is greatest. Here's a long one by Shackelford. No good. Allen takes the rebound for the UClans. Turns, puts it up. No good. Pulled off by Sadlier. Gets it out to Hooper. Hooper passes off to Klaus, who comes on over the line. Klaus in offensive court gives to May. May moving toward the baseline. Can't get in. Puts it up anyway. It is bouncing off. No good. Rebounded by UCLA. Here's Allen. Down over the timeline for the UClans. Passes off to Warren. Warren gives back to Allen. Off on the right side to Shackelford. In close to Heights. Heights turns around an 8-footer. A beauty. Heights, who did not score a field goal last night, racks up one now, and it's 5-0. UCLA leading it in the press. It comes into Don May for Dayton. He gives back to Gene Klaus, who put it in. Klaus has already dribbled, passes over to Hooper. Long pass up to Obrovic in offensive court. He waits. Now gives to Klaus as they try to set it up. Klaus rolls off to the right side. Puts up a 20-footer from over there. No good. Rebounded by Allen. He gets it into Heights. Passes up to Shackelford. Shackelford out to Warren. They wait for Alcindor. Now Allen moving. Off on the right side to Shackelford. Comes out to Warren. Warren walks. Glender Terrain is checking into the ballgame, replacing Obrovic for Dayton. Here's Hooper getting over the timeline, and Warren trying to steal. He gets by him. And Hooper fires from outside. No good. Rebounded by Heights for UCLA, and Dayton just can't find the range. 0 for 8. And they've got to hit outside to have any chance. Here is Allen working inside. Puts up his shot. No good, but he walked with it anyway. There's a long pass into offensive court to Sadlier. He gives out to Klaus. Off to Hooper at long range. Hooper one bounce, gives to May on the right side. May looking inside. Comes out to Sadlier. Sadlier cross-court pass to Hooper. Hooper on the dribble. Gives in to May. May fakes a shot, tries to put it up, and it's blocked. No, they really just dropped it. It hit the end line. Dayton did not like the call. But the official ruling was he just dropped it. Mike Warren over the time stripe. Off on the right side. Heights. He feeds into Alcindor. He twists and misses the shot. And Sadlier pulls it off the board for Dayton. Sadlier with it in offensive court on the left side. Gives to Don May, who's come out at long range. Here's Hooper on the right side. Sadlier breaks through, gets it. Guarded closely by Shackelford. Still working. Gets in trouble. And is fouled by Shackelford.
Number 53.
First one on Lynn Shackelford. First one against the Bruins.
At the line, Sadlier.
Dan Sadlier. The shot, no good. UCLA's got it, and on the attack. Here's Warren at long range. Looking in at Alcindor, gives instead to Allen. He comes into Alcindor. Alcindor now makes his move. He goes in, tries to put it up, but a foul is called on Sadlier. May block the shot, but Sadlier had hung him up first. The shot, no good. Alcindor drops this one in. And it's 6-0, UCLA. And UCLA in the press. It comes into May, who gives right back to Klaus. Klaus throws up to Glender Terrain. Terrain on the dribble. Gives it out to Hooper. Hooper's 20-footer off the top of the circle. Got it. So Bob Hooper finally breaks a scoring drought. 6-2, UCLA leading. Self from the side. Beauty. Boy, Shackelford can hit from over there. That makes it 8-2, UCLA. UCLA in the full court. Hooper takes it back from May and races over the line. Hooper still moving around, and a big circle backs up. Gives to Terrain. Terrain puts up a jump shot. Got it. About a 10-footer by Glender Terrain. 8-4. Dayton seemingly relaxed a little more. Very tense in the beginning. Here's Alcindor with it in that pivot. Hooks a pass out to Shackelford. Shackelford fakes a shot. May's with him man-to-man. Clears it out to Mike Warren. Warren on a man-in-man with Hooper, gets the step on him, but was picked up inside, missed it. Terrain comes off with it. Gives to Klaus. Dayton running, but UCLA is there, and Klaus decides to slow it down, hold it up, wait for help, gives to Hooper. They set it up. Hooper giving to Don May on the right side. May looks, gives in the corner to Klaus. To Sadlier on the right side, and the pivot to Glender Terrain. He fakes, puts up his shot, blocked by Alcindor, and he pulls it out of the air. Well, Terrain got away with it once. That time he couldn't leave Big Lou. UCLA's got it. And in the middle with it is Alcindor. He puts up the shot that is no good. Batted up, no good. Rebounded by Sadlier for Dayton. He gets it off to Klaus. Klaus into offensive court for Dayton. Gives to Hooper. Here's Don May on the right side with it. May and his move. Heights stays with him. May fakes, puts up that jumper. No good, and that's a shot he hit so very well last night. He can't buy it tonight. And here is Shackelford getting open with 15 feet. Missed the shot, tapped it in the air, and good by the little guy, Warren. Mike Warren, who's 5'10", taps it in to make it 10-4. Pass comes to Terrain, who brings it on over the line. Waits, gives it now to Klaus. UCLA by 6. Here's May with it. Tries a jump shot off the side. No good. And Don May has lost that magic touch tonight. He put on the greatest show of the tournament last night. when he hit 11 shots in a row at one stage. Warren gets a step on Hooper, makes it, and Hooper fouls him. Warren has great quickness and speed, and he left Hooper standing. Good. 13-4. UCLA with the lead. Dayton trying to put the ball in against that press. It comes in. And up to Don May. Back to Hooper. Hooper bounces a pass off that Klaus had to wrestle with, but he comes up with it all right. Passes to Hooper in offensive court. Hooper one bounce looking for Don May. Gives into Terrain. Terrain fakes, then puts up his shot. No good. Don May goes for it. A loose ball. Lewin Allen comes up with it. It's batted away from him, but Allen runs it down. Moves in. Can't get his shot away. Clears it out to Heights. They set it up now and wait for Alcindor. Into Alcindor. He's open. Stuffs it with both hands. Alcindor's first two-pointer, and it's 15-4, and it looks like the beginning of the end. Intercepted on the inbounds play. Here's a jump shot. Good by Allen. Lucius Allen. Pass comes into Sadler this time. Don Donaher of Dayton wants to call timeout as his team has fallen behind by 13 points, 17-4. And timeout on the floor with the score. It's UCLA 17, Dayton 4. All right, ball comes into Hooper. Hooper moving laterally, comes over the line with Warren. Very quick little boy after him. Hooper holds up, gives to Terrain, cuts by. Terrain gives to Waterman. Waterman making his move into the circle. He fakes, puts up an 18-footer. No good, in and out. Rebounded by Alcindor. He gives off to Allen, up to Warren. Warren crosses the timeline. On the left side to Shackelford. Shackelford looks inside, comes out to Warren. Boy, he almost walked a 22-footer. No good. Scrap under there for it. Loose ball. Don May comes out with it for Dayton to Hooper. Hooper crosses the 10-second line. Gives off to Waterman, the other guard. Waterman walks his way off to the right, not penetrating. Still dribbling, gives to Don May on the left side. May fakes, makes his move. Here's that jump shot off the baseline. He missed everything, and Alcindor just reached up and plucked it out of the air. And Don May, who shot that fantastic percent last night, is 0 for 6. In the pivot to Alcindor by UCLA. Boy, they've really got him surrounded. He gives into Allen, and Waterman fouls him. The shot by Allen, good from the free throw straight. That makes it 18-4, a 14-point lead. Don May takes the pass against the press, gives back to Hooper. Hooper coming up over the line. Waterman now moving in on a motion. May takes it on the left side. May tries a 25-footer, no good. Rebounded by Sadler. Sadler gives off to Waterman. Waterman passes back off to Sadler. Jump shot off the baseline. No good. Rebounded by Allen for UCLA. Passes Grossgard to Mike Warren. Warren into offensive territory. Puts on the brakes, but still dribbles. Feeds down the right side, halfway to the corner to Shackelford. He looks in. Shackelford bluffs a pass. Now gives into Lucius Allen, who has Waterman on him. There's the shot. No good, but Waterman gets him. Second foul on Rudy Waterman, number 6 against Dayton. Fires the first of two, got it. Allen fires again, rolling around good. And it's 20-4, a 16-point lead for UCLA. Dayton working against the press. Hooper gets through a lot of people, then holds up to set it up. Here's Terrain out of the left corner with a jump shot. No good. Underneath, some contact, and the foul is on. Who? Sadler. His second. Fires. This one's rolling off. No good. Terrain comes down with it for Dayton. Hands it to Waterman. Waterman down court for the Flyers. They trail 20-4. Waterman in offensive court. Angles off to the right side. Gives to Hooper in the right corner. Outside to Sadler. Sadler to Waterman. Waterman bluffs and goes. He's in close. Puts it up. Alcindor goaltending. Give Waterman the two-pointer. Fine move by Rudy Waterman. 20-6. UCLA by 14. Warren brings it over the timeline. And it goes to Alcindor. Hooks it back out to Warren. He's open for a 20-footer. Bingo! Hit it. 7 points for Warren. 22-6. UCLA in that press. Now they're playing it man-to-man mostly. Nope, it's zone. Here's Hooper. He can't get over the line. Hooks a long one to May. May bounces off to Terrain. Puts it up, and Alcindor blocks it. And it's, let's see, Dayton's ball. And here's Terrain missing from the outside. Alcindor takes it off some hands and gives it out to Mike Warren for UCLA. Warren on a fake, moves in. Tries a 15-footer, no good. Scrap for the rebound. Don May comes down with it. Clears it out to Rudy Waterman. So they've got 2-on-2. Bounce off to Terrain. Terrain in the left corner. Can't shoot to Waterman. Waterman has daylight. Drives off of it. Stops on the baseline. An 8-footer. Missed it. And Alcindor comes off with it. Clears it out on the fast break. They've got 3-on-1. And here's the pass off to Shackelford. He fakes. Starts to put it up. But we get a whistle. And the foul was on Bob Hooper. His second. Didn't find the range on the first one. The left-hander tries again. No good again. Rebounded by Don May for Dayton. Off to Waterman. Waterman on a high dribble. Steps into friendly court for the Dayton Flyers. Bluffs a pass. Now gives to Sadler. Sadler is picked up by Alcindor. He's still dribbling. About to get double team. Nope. Gives to Waterman on the left side. Waterman hasn't dribbled. One bounce. Gives back to Sadler. Open in the left corner. In there. Stays there. 22-8. UCLA out in front with 7:33 remaining here in the first half. In the pivot he goes to Alcindor. Alcindor, they've collapsed on him, but the big boy makes his move, gets open, lays it in. 6 points for Alcindor. Long pass to Don May of Dayton. He throws it back across the line. 24-8. UCLA with the ball. Shackelford into Alcindor. Alcindor, he's in a gang of people in there. Hasn't done anything with it. And he's holding it too long. They'll jump. Here's the toss. Sadler got the tap on him. I don't know how. Perhaps a little overconfidence by Alcindor. Waterman, Don May, an offensive court for Dayton on the right side. Waterman gives in the right corner to Hooper. Hooper guarded closely, bounces into Terrain. Terrain makes his move back over the head, blocked out of bounds by Alcindor. Terrain just shakes his head. He's tried reverse layups and everything. Out deep to Terrain. Terrain at the top of the circle. That's where he wanted him shooting from. He misses the shot, though, and UCLA gets the rebound. We thought they'd pull him back out of there. Terrain trying to shoot inside. UCLA off on the left side to Shackelford. In goes to Alcindor. Alcindor puts it off, and here's Heights open. He missed the shot. Tapped it up. No good. Jump ball on the rebound as Alcindor and Sadler tie it up. Here's the toss. Nope, Alcindor gets it to Allen. Allen off on the right side to Shackelford, into Alcindor, back to Shackelford. Shackelford's 20-footer on its way, and he's got it. Then Shackelford, the left-hander, hits well from that side. And here's a bad pass. Nope, it was almost picked off, but Dayton comes on over the line with it. No trouble. Here's Sadler being chased by Mike Warren. Gives out to Waterman. Waterman gives to Sadler on the left side, comes over and takes the handoff. Gives in the left corner to Hooper. Hooper gives out to Terrain. Top of the circle to Waterman. On the right side to Sadler. Top of the circle to Don May. May in a maneuver, dribbling the ball, gets double teamed, pitches it out to Waterman. Waterman comes in, 22-footer, got it. Rudy Waterman picks up his fourth point to make it 26-10. UCLA with that big lead, though, and on the attack right now as Warren crosses the time stripe. Down to the left side it goes to Heights, in on the pivot to Alcindor, back to Heights. Heights, 15-footer from the left side, no good. May takes it, drops it out of bounds. It comes in to Heights on the right side. Heights gives it out deep to Allen. Cross court to Warren off on the left side to Shackelford. Looks for Alcindor, fires it himself. No good this time. Rebounded by Hooper, almost loses it. Stays on the dribble, stays with it, and comes on over the timeline for Dayton now. Hooper angles off to the right side. Puts up a 15-footer from there. No good. Scrap under the boards. Don May has it, fakes, goes up for it, flips it in. Don May did not put his hand up. He flipped it from about waist high and put English on it on the board. 26-12, UCLA leading, and with the ball. Here's Heights driving to the baseline, passes into Alcindor. Alcindor moving to the basket, puts it up, he's got it. 8 points for Alcindor, 28-12. Dayton trailing and trying to work the ball against the press. Here's Waterman, gives to Sadler. Sadler spins away from Warren, comes over the line, gives to Hooper. Hooper gives to Terrain. They let him fire from the left corner, no good. Scrapped for the rebound, still being scrapped for. Loose ball, and finally picked up by Hooper for Dayton. Hooper dances off to the left, looks, gives on the left side to Waterman. Waterman breaks in. He tries at about a 15-footer that's no good, but we get a call inside, and fouling Waterman on the shot was Allen. Waterman shoots the second. It's rolling good. 28-14. UCLA with the lead and with the ball. Mike Warren into offensive court for the UCLans. Into pivot to Alcindor. Alcindor in that move again. Hooks one, got it. He almost shoots down on a hook shot. 10 points for Alcindor. Here's a long pass to Don May, friendly court. Fires it under to Durain, who fakes, puts it up and in, but he walked. He drew Alcindor up off his feet. Dayton about to make a change as Ned Sharpenter checks in for Glender Durain. 16-point lead for UCLA, and the U-Plans have it. Here's Lucius Allen into Alcindor on that pivot, and the big boy flips it up and in. He's making it look easy now. 12 points for Alcindor, 32-14. Here's Hooper, bouncing off to Waterman. Waterman back to Hooper. Hooper crosses the stripe, throws to Don May. He's open with a 10-footer, hits it. And I believe as Heights went by, he got May in the eye because May goes down and grabs his face. (32-16), UCLA leading by 16 points. Working right now, Warren to Allen. Allen, a one-bouncer, looks inside, comes to Warren instead, off on the right side to Shackelford. Back out to Warren. Warren gives off, and here's Heights starting to shoot, and it's blocked. A loose ball that Sadler comes up with for Dayton. Dribbles it into offensive court. Waits now, gives to Waterman. 3:12 left in the first half. Waterman circles off to the left side. Stops, tries a 15-footer, in and out of there. No good. Rebounded by Heights, and UCLA's in a hurry. Dayton has enough people back. Warren, no, gives off to Allen. Allen walks with the ball. Dayton puts it back in play, 2:59 to go. On over the line, Waterman gives to May on the right side. May out the top of the circle to Sadler. Sadler breaks for the basket, hooking as he goes by. Missed everything. May comes off with it, puts it up. No good. Tapped up, no good. Loose ball. Out of bounds, Dayton's ball in offensive court. Comes to Hooper outside. Hooper dribbling, looks for Don May, decides he'll fire a 25-footer, no good. Comes off, a save, but right into the hands of UCLA as Warren played that one. He's in a hurry. Off to Allen, who drives under, and as he tries to put it up, Sadler's on his wrist. The shot, good. Drops in the first of two. Makes it two in a row, and it's 34-16. UCLA leading. Dayton working against the press. Hooper throwing long to Sharpenter, who's in the game. Gets it to Waterman in offensive court as they set it up. Waterman gives to Sadler. Comes over and gets it on the left side. Down in the left corner it goes to Hooper. Out to Don May. May passes off to Sadler. Sadler back to May. May fakes. There's that jump shot in close. In and came out, but goes back in. 34-18. UCLA with the lead. 2 minutes exactly left in this first half. Mike Warren attacking the Dayton zone now. Warren takes it back, gives on the right side to Allen. For the circle, Warren lets a 22-footer go. Beauty. Mike Warren racks up his 9th point. 36-18. Dayton working against the press. Sadler passes it over the line to Sharpenter. Gives back to Sadler. Here's Rudy Waterman with it. And the pivot to Sharpenter. Sharpenter gets it off to May. May's 25-footer is short, off the lip of the rim. UCLA's got it and going. Warren with it, down the right side. Moves about halfway to the corner, then backs up on the dribble. Whips it into Alcindor. Alcindor in a crowd, makes his move, almost loses a ball, and is tied up in there. But somebody else deflected. Here's the pass into Alcindor. It's deflected away from him, and Dayton's got it. Sharpenter played that very nicely. Here's Hooper coming up over the line with Warren tracking him. He drives on Warren, puts it up, no good, but Warren put a shoulder on him and picks up his first foul. Bob Hooper's free throw is short. He goes in there and fights for his own rebound, gets it, angles to the right, gives out to Waterman. Here's Sadler, tries a 20-footer, got it. 36-20, UCLA leading. 52 seconds left in the half. Dayton is in that 1-2-2 zone. On the left side to Shackelford, out to Warren. Warren just dribbling, pointing, directing traffic off on the right side to Heights, into Alcindor. Alcindor, a lot of crowd, out to Warren. Warren from well out there, no good this time. Races on for it. Heights comes up with it, gives to Allen. He tries a 25-footer. That's no good. May comes down with it for Dayton. Fires it out to Hooper. Hooper trying to go. Gives off to Waterman. Waterman fakes. Puts up a shot that won't count. It missed it anyway as Allen got it. Second one on Allen. Number 4 on UCLA. Rudy Waterman goes to the line. It's up there. No good. And Nielsen, who just came in, chases down the kicker off the rim. Takes the rebound. Relays it over to Mike Warren by way of Allen. Warren in offensive court now, facing the zone. 13 seconds to go. Warren on the left side to Shackelford, who looks at the clock, then looks for Alcindor, out to Warren. Over the right side to Allen. Allen comes out with it to Warren. Warren breaks in with a 15-footer, and he's got it. Mike Warren gets his 11th point as the horn sounds, and the first half of this championship game is all over. And it's UCLA 38 and Dayton 20. And Bobrovic jumping against Alcindor, and they fight for the tap. Shackelford comes up with it for UCLA. Gives it off to Mike Warren. Dayton in its 1-2-2 zone. Off on the left side to Shackelford. Shackelford looks in, gets it into Alcindor. Batted away from him by Bobrovic and picked up in there by Sadlier. Sadlier spinning away. Gives it off to Waterman. Waterman down court for Dayton. Waterman into offensive territory. Moves down the left side. Looking in. Gives in the left corner to Hooper. Out on May. May gives to Bobrovic. Bobrovic gives to Waterman. Waterman puts up a jump shot from the baseline. He's got it. Rudy Waterman gets his 8th point as Dayton scores first. But it's 38-22, UCLA with the ball and on the attack and with the lead. Off on the left side to Heights into Alcindor. Alcindor makes his move. He's in close, and he's got it, and he's fouled. The foul is on Don May.
The foul is on May, number 20.
One shot for Lou Alcindor. Fires it. Got it. 41-22. UCLA leading it into press. Sadlier's got it. Hooper has it. Allen after him. Shackelford helps. Goes to Waterman. Back to Hooper. Hooper, long pass, and a dangerous one. May pulls it down. May is on the move. He's in his maneuver. He fakes. Puts up that jump shot. Hits it off the baseline. May was missing that shot in the first half, but he hits a 10-footer there. 41-24, UCLA leading. Warren over the line, gives to Allen. Left side to Heights. He looks for Alcindor, gives to Allen. Allen on the dribble, gives back to Heights. He fires it out of the left corner. No good. In and out. Rebounded by Don May of Dayton. On the right side, and here's Shackelford with that throw shot, no good. Rebounded by Allen. He moves in closer, puts it up. It is bouncing off, no good. Rebounded by Sadlier, and he's fouled by Heights.
The foul is on Heights, number 22.
First foul against UCLA. UCLA has been in front all the way. Sadlier shot good. 41-25. A 16-point lead for UCLA. They led by 18 at the intermission. UCLA with the ball. Heights has got it. Here's Warren outside. Off on the right side to Allen. Looks in. Comes in close to Shackelford. Out to Warren. Warren faked a 20-footer, but was picked up. Now backs up on the dribble. Gives to Allen. Off on the right side to Shackelford. Alcindor inside. And breaking through for the layup is Allen. Lucius Allen gets his 11th point as they worked it well. Full court zone press is on now. It comes in to Sadlier. Hands it back to Waterman. Waterman passes off to Hooper. Hooper gives off to Sadlier. Sadlier gets to the stripe, gets over, made a pass at it, Warren did. Sadlier still moving, flips it over to Hooper. Hooper into Sharpenter. Sharpenter comes out with a jump shot, no good. Alcindor comes off the board with it. Dayton is coming away from the basket for those shots to try to keep them from being blocked by Alcindor. Here's a ball kicked by Dayton. It will be UCLA's ball. Allen off on the left side, Heights into Alcindor. Alcindor hooks it to Shackelford. Jump shot right off the stripe. No good. Rebounded by Don May. Gets it out to Waterman, and Waterman trying to cut up court is call for charging. His third. Here's Allen. Warren's 22-footer straight out. No good. Rebounded by Sadlier for Dayton. Sadlier coming out with it. Holds up. Gives to Waterman. Waterman dribbles on over the line. Off on the right side, takes it back from May. In the right corner to Hooper. Here's Sadlier, top of the circle to Waterman. Waterman breaks in, passes off, and it's intercepted. He got in a little heavy traffic. Warren really moving, and there he goes. The little guy puts it up, no good. Dayton comes off with a rebound. That was blocked. I didn't catch it, but deflected by a Dayton player. Sadlier gives it to Waterman. Waterman into offensive court for the Flyers. Holds up, gives off to Hooper. Off on the right side to Don May. May with a 22-footer, got it. 10 points for Don May, 43-27. 16-point lead for UCLA. UCLA working against the zone. Off on the left side. Here breaking in is Heights. Gives to Alcindor. Back to Heights. Back over the head. He's got it.
Goal by Heights.
4 points for Kenny Heights. 45-27, 18 points. Same as halftime. Here's Don May taking the pass from Waterman. May scoots to a stop. Here's his jump shot. He's got it.
Goal by May.
12 points for May. 45-29. UCLA by 16. Here's Warren. Allen and up to court to Warren. Off on the right side of the zone to Shackelford. Back to Heights. Back to Warren. Warren up on the right side to Allen. Allen gives right on the circle, right on the stripe to Shackelford. Back to Warren. Alcindor with it in that deep post. Clears it out to Warren, who cuts a 20-footer loose. Got it. Mike Warren gets his 13th point off the top of the keyhole to make it 47-29. UCLA pressing. Waterman flipping the ball up right at midcourt to Sadlier. He's on the dribble. Waterman takes it long range in offensive court. Waterman looks. Gives off to Hooper. Warren right with him. Hooper passes off on the right side to Don May. May drives to the baseline. There's that jumper. It's no good this time, and Lucian Allen pulls it down as UCLA runs out of there. Warren with it. Warren into offensive court. Gives it off to Allen. Allen's 15-footer. No good. Rebounded. It was tried to tap by UCLA. Rebounded by Dayton and then almost lost. Hooper saves it. Brings it over the strike. Bob Hooper bounces off to Waterman. Waterman from the baseline. A 12-footer is missed. Sadlier comes off the board with it for Dayton. Turns with an 8-footer that's no good. Tapped up, no good by May. Alcindor comes down with it for UCLA. Gets it out to Allen. Allen in offensive court. Flips off to Mike Warren. Warren, a jump shot from the side is no good. Big kicker off there. Waterman comes down with it. Scoots out. Still being chased by Warren. Warren bats it away from him, but out of bounds. In the pivot, it goes to Sharpen. Here, the pass comes back to Hooper. He was not in bounds. Now he's weaving and bobbing his way. Throws to Sharpener. Jump shot from the baseline. No good. Rebounded by Alcindor for UCLA. Comes out to Allen. Mike Warren with it. 50-29 the score. UCLA leading. 13 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Mike Warren off on the right side to Shackelford. Back out to Warren. Allen with it. Puts up a 16-footer. No good. Kicks out of there. Taken by Bob Hooper for Dayton. Hooper crosses the timeline. Passes off to Don May. May fakes a shot and draws a foul from Heights. His second. The free throw by Don May. No good. UCLA with a rebound and moving up court. Mike Warren crosses over into friendly territory for the Bruins. On the right side to Shackelford. Back out against the zone to Warren. Back to Shackelford. He looks at Alcindor. Back to Warren. Warren's 20-footer on its way. No good. Alcindor takes it. Puts it up. No good. But we had a whistle before he got the shot away. And Dan Sadlier has been charged with his 4th foul. Alcindor's free throw. No good. He has another one coming. Shot. No good. Batted up and out of bounds. It'll be Dayton's ball. Comes in to Sharpenter. Throws to Sadlier. Back over the line on a pass to Sharpenter. Here is Klaus, who just came into the game. Goes to the left corner and turns it loose. Got it. Gene Klaus out of the left baseline corner. 50-31. A 19-point lead for UCLA. And it's been all UCLA in this one. As last night, Alcindor in that pivot with it. Fakes. Hooks it out to Shackelford. A 15-footer. Rolling off. No good. Alcindor takes it. Stuffs it. 18 points for Alcindor. 52-31. Pass over the line to Don May of Dayton. May with a 15-footer. Hits it from the right side. Don May. 14 points for May. 52-33. UCLA leading by 19 points. Dayton still in the zone. Left side, and it goes to Alcindor. He's in on that post again. He turns. Wants to go on the baseline. Outside to Warren. Warren wanted to fire the 20-footer. Backs up on the dribble now. Tries to draw the zone out. It isn't coming. Allen takes it. Back to Warren. Off on the right side, it goes to Sweek. Into Alcindor. Batted away by Alcindor outside. Allen takes it. Rolls in close. Tries to pass off. Puts a shot up. Does it go? Yes, it goes. And who was the foul on? Foul was on Sadlier. That's all for him. Puts up his free throw. No good. Rebounded by Bob Hooper of Dayton. And as he races out of there, Sweek is holding him. His first. Hooper's free throw. Got it. 54-34, a 20-point lead for UCLA. UCLA with the ball. Mike Warren just walking his way across the timeline. Off on the left side to Shackelford, and it goes to Alcindor. Alcindor hands off to Allen, who's in. He puts it up, no good. Partially deflected, and May comes down with it. Gives it off. to Gene Klaus. Klaus on a high dribble steps his way into friendly court for the Flyers. Angles off to the right. Can't get down the right side. Can't penetrate. Bounces it on the right corner to Hooper. To Terrain. Foss, top of the circle. He's on the dribble. Off on the right side to Hooper. Hooper looking inside. They'd like to go to Don May. It comes out to Sharpenter, who's going to try a 15-footer. They give it to him, and he makes it. Alcindor is not coming out when the centers try to come away from the basket. 54-36, 18-point lead for UCLA. That's the same they led by at the half. The left side into Alcindor. Has the ball batted down, but they call a foul on Don May. Alcindor gets one free throw. Up, no good. May takes it, has it knocked out of his hands out of bounds. Dayton's ball. Pass inbounds to Sharpenter. He gives back to Klaus. The press is on. He throws it over the line to Terrain. Terrain moves in, passes off to May. Jump shot from 10 feet. In and out, no good. Put up, no good by Terrain. Alcindor claims it for UCLA. Gets it out to Warren, who's in a hurry. 3-on-2. Warren breaks down the alley. Lays it up. He's got it. That little guy, Warren, can open the throttle on you. Pass comes into Terrain. Terrain moves away from Allen, who tried to steal. He's in heavy traffic in there, still moving with it. Here's Sharpenter's jump shot, no good. It is bouncing around, and Alcindor's got it for UCLA. 10 minutes and 2 seconds left in the game. Here's Warren again, passes off this time. Allen with a layup, missed it, tapped in by Shackelford. 6 points for Shackelford. Here's Terrain, and Terrain is called for charging. UCLA puts the ball in play, leading by 22, 58-36. Alcindor's in the pivot with it. Can't reach it when he holds it up in the air. Here is Shackelford from the left baseline. They relay it back out to Mike Warren. They'll do it again against the zone. Allen takes it, gives right back to Warren. Warren moves off to the left side, into Alcindor. Alcindor whips it back out to Warren. His 20-footer's on its way. Bullseye by Mike Warren. 17 points for Warren. 60-36. UCLA leading. Dayton handling the press all right as Terrain brings it over. Still moving with it. Puts up a 20-footer himself. Got it. 60-38. 22-point lead for UCLA. We have 9 minutes and 8 seconds left in the game. Warren, an offensive court for the UCLans. Cross-court pass to Shackelford on the right side into Alcindor. Tips it out to Allen. Allen breaks in, puts it up good, and he's fouled by Terrain. Terrain picks up his second one. Gets one shot. Up and no good. Alcindor taps it, but going for it is May. Finally wrestles it down and gives off to Rudy Waterman. Waterman for Dayton is an offensive court. Into Sharpenter on that pivot. Hands it to Klaus. Klaus goes left with a 22-footer. In and out, no good. Alcindor's got it. Fast break, UCLA. Here's the pass to Allen. Allen hands it off, and Sweet lays it in. Beautiful fast break, executed by the UCLan. Waterman is double-teamed. He's dribbled. Gives to Klaus. Klaus throws it to Don May. May brings it down the right side in offensive court. Stops. Gives it off to Terrain. Wide open. He lays it in. 64-40. UCLA all out in front. And everything under control. Shackelford into Alcindor again. Alcindor makes his move. Spinning jump shot, no good. May comes down with it for Dayton. Gets it out to Waterman. Waterman still moving. Here he goes. Flips it off to Klaus, who lays it up and in.
Goal by Klaus.
64-42. UCLA battles back. Off on the right corner, it goes to Shackelford into Alcindor. Alcindor flips it outside to Warren. Off to Allen. Here's Shackelford wide open with a 15-footer. Beauty.
Goal by Shackelford.
8 points for Shackelford. Handling the press again. Waterman passing over to May. May moves down the side, stops. Wanted to fire that one, changes his mind, gives to Waterman. Waterman dances back outside. Back to May, back to Waterman on the right side. Waterman's 25-footer, beauty.
Goal by Waterman.
10 points for Rudy Waterman. 66-44. UCLA in control with 7 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Here's Shackelford in the right corner. Out to Warren. Warren to Allen. Allen passes underneath to Sweet. He dribbles back out, gives to Allen, to Warren. Off on the right side to Shackelford, a 15-footer. Got it. Lynn Shackelford using the board to angle in that one for his 10th point. Klaus throwing long to Sharpenter. Sharpenter waits, gives back to Waterman. Waterman being double-teamed, bounces over the line to Klaus. Klaus gives out to Waterman. Waterman moves into the circle with a 16-footer that is no good. Fight for the rebound. It's out of bounds and Dayton's ball. Tonight. Comes into Klaus. Klaus angling off to the right. Goes toward the corner. Can't get through there. Out to Waterman. Waterman breaks into the circle. Puts up about a 12-footer that's no good. UCLA's Lou Alcindor comes down with it. Gets it off to Warren. Warren slowly walks his way into friendly court for the Euclides. Now circles off to the right. Gives to Squeak into Alcindor. Alcindor makes a move. In the circle too long, in the lane too long. Comes into Waterman. Up over the line, Waterman gives to Terrain. Jump shot out of that left corner is no good. It's short. Rebounded by Warren. Sharpenter kind of got him there, I thought, but no whistle. Warren in offensive court on the right side to Shackelford. Back out to Warren. Warren gives back to Shackelford. Into Alcindor. Alcindor turns with his jumper, hits it. About a 6-footer by Lou Alcindor. 20 points for Alcindor. 70-44, all UCLA. Don May with it in the right corner. He lets one go from over there. Beauty. 16 points for Don May. And UCLA now beginning to... Johnny Wooden looking to his bench. He's about to call off the dogs, I believe, for that big lead. Here's a pass into Alcindor. It's deflected, and Linder Terrain comes up with it for Dayton. Gives to Waterman. Waterman scoots across the line, has a man tracking him, flips it off, and it's deflected out of bounds. It'll still be Dayton's ball. Alcindor goes out, holding up a victory sign, shakes hands with Coach Johnny Wooden. And Mike Warren, a fine little guard, goes out of there. Two good ones. And Dayton puts the ball in play. Here's Klaus. Here's to Don May. May hooking a long left-hand shot that's no good. Batted out of bounds by UCLA. 18 points is the most any team's ever won by in a final game. Indiana beat Kansas way back in 1940, 60-42. So we may get a record there. Out of bounds again. And here's Sapper up over the line and driving with it as Shackelford lays it up and in. Shackelford now has picked up 12 points. The press is still on. Comes in to Sharpenter. The pass to May is too tall and off his fingertips out of bounds. Here's Sainer. Here is Allen. Allen drives toward the corner with a jumper. Got it. 19 points for Lucius Allen. Comes in to Sharpenter. He gets double teamed and has it taken away from him. So UCLA works. Here's Allen. Allen gives the ball off to Saffer. He fires it. No good. Battle underneath, and we got a whistle. The foul is on UCLA's Neville Sainer. His first. Number 4 against the Euclides. 74-46. Don May on the line. Fires it. Hits it. 17 points for Don May. 74-47. All UCLA. And let's see, do we have any starters left in there? No. UCLA has its second unit in. And here's a jump shot. Out of the pivot, no good. Tapped up and is good. I believe that was Sainer. It was. Neville Sainer. Long pass to May. Passes off to Sharpenter. Hooks it and hits it, and he's fouled. Fires it up there. Hangs up. Stays in. So it's 76-50. A 26-point lead for UCLA. 3 minutes and 55 seconds to go. Up over the time straight comes Sapper. Rolls off to the right. Sapper gives on the right side to Sainer. Sainer gives, and here driving with it is Sapper. Sapper gives out to Sainer again. He walks with it. It comes into Hooper. Hooper gives back to Klaus, who put it in play. Passes to Sharpenter. Back to Hooper. Hooper scurries over the line. Goes for the basket. Flips it up, coming in. No good, but he's fouled. And the foul is on Jim Nielsen. Bob Hooper on the stripe for Dayton, drawing 2 free throws. Hooper has only 3 points, far below his average. Hits this one. Hooper fires, no good. Rebounded by Sainer, drops it, picks it up. UCLA with 3.5 minutes to go into offensive court with Sapper. Sapper gives on the side to Sainer. Sainer in the pivot there, and a foul. Foul is on Don May. That's May's third. So the 1-and-1 will be shot by Jim Nielsen. First time on the stripe for him. Jim Nielsen drawing the 1-and-1. He puts up the free throw. Rolling around, comes off no good. Glender Terrain claims it for Dayton. Lobs it out on the side to Bob Hooper. Hooper streaks across the straight. Holds up, gives to Don May on the right side. May fakes, goes toward the baseline, can't get in, flips it up anyway, no good. It kicks off of there. We get some slapping around at the ball inside, and the foul is on Nielsen of UCLA, his second. Shot is good. Sharpenter stands in for the bonus shot. Up and no good this time, and UCLA comes off with it. Almost intercepted, but the UCLans hang on. Bringing the ball down court is Saffer. Sainer on the side, trying to drive. He's charging. May cut him off.
A foul on Sainer, number 30. That is his.
Dayton's got the ball. Hooper with it, off on the right side to Don May, who works toward the baseline, cuts back, then hands off underneath there, and there's a loose ball that UCLA comes up with. And moves it quickly down court. Sainer with it. Sainer gives it off. UCLA working the ball. Saffer with it. Saffer lets it fly. No good. Rebounded by Don. Long pass down court to Klaus. Batted out of bounds. Still be Dayton's ball at midcourt. Now, until the ball is put in play, comes into Don May. Right back to Klaus, who threw it in. Klaus closes it in. Gives to May on the right side. Back to Klaus. Klaus is 25-footer. No good. Battle under those boards, and we get a foul inside. It's going to be called against Nielsen of UCLA, his third. Shot good. Last man on the UCLA bench ready to come in. Shot good again by Sharpenter. 76-54, 22 points. Long pass to Sainer in offensive court. Into Nielsen, and Nielsen walks with the ball. And he slammed the ball. He slammed the ball onto the court, and a technical has just been called. Don May will shoot the technical. He's got it. May has the ball in offensive court. Moves to the top of the circle. He fakes, and he's called for using an elbow. With a minute 58 seconds to go, UCLA leading by 21 points has the ball. And here's a jump shot coming off the side. No good. That was put up by Lynn. Out of bounds, Dayton's ball. Dayton puts it in motion. Hooper over the line. Gives to Glender Terrain on the left side. Back to Hooper. Out the top of the circle to Don May. May fakes. Can't get through there. Has to chase the ball. Comes up with it. Gives off to Klaus. Klaus breaks toward the corner. Hemmed in the corner. Fires it to Hooper, who drives, lays it up and in.
Goal by Hooper.
It's only Hooper's 6 point. 76-57, 19 points with a minute 19 seconds to go. And we get a charging foul called against UCLA. Tag that one to Don Saffer. His first. Offensive foul. Dayton gets the ball. Klaus dribbles it across the timeline. Moves in. 20-footer off the top of the keyhole. Got it. Gene Klaus gets his 6 point. 76-59. So that's 17 points. And here going all the way for UCLA, passing underneath the Lynn. He has trouble holding it. Still a loose ball. Hooper comes out of there with it for Dayton. Cross court to Klaus. Klaus stops, tries about an 8-footer. Got it. So this is not going to be the biggest margin that any team has ever won by in the finals, but that's only because Johnny Wooden had no desire to crush Dayton any further. Here's a jump shot off the top of the keyhole. Good by UCLA's Don Saffer. His second. Or his first field goal. Press is on. 61-78. Well, it still could be the biggest. Here's Hooper moving into the circle. Passes off to May. May goes under, puts it up and in. It's good. And he draws a foul. The foul is charged against Crispin. May's free throw. Good. And now Don May is being lifted from the lineup. And coming in is Jim Wanamaker. UCLA with the ball. Down over the line comes Sutherland. He gives off to Saffer. Saffer holds up. Goes on the side to Crispin. Crispin's jump shot, no good, but he was fouled by Glender Terrain. Shot is no good. Shot good this time. Joe Crispin drops in the second of two. Dayton with the ball. Glender Terrain has it with 11 seconds. Terrain making his move, loses the ball, goes and gets it, picks it up, tries a jump shot that's no good. Put up on the rebound, no good. Lost out of bounds by Dayton. UCLA's got the ball. 3-2-1. The shot from outside, no good. There's the horn. The game is over, and UCLA the NCAA champions for 1967, a team that went through 30 games without a loss and defeated Dayton here in the finals tonight, 79-64. So UCLA, the team they said would win, it did, and form certainly held up as the UClans were master of the situation in both games once they arrived here in Louisville. In fact, they were the master all season long with that perfect now 30 wins without a loss record. Dayton was the Cinderella club that came within a game of just defying the experts completely. Well, that's it. The final score again was UCLA 79, Dayton 64. That's how the action went tonight here at Freedom Hall.